following is a presentation of MRE UNO, Division 2. Final witnesses are being called tonight in the Gavel region, and we are going to set a Final Four matchup tonight as we begin our night doubleheader after a game earlier this afternoon, and it's going to be the 4 seed out of this region, Mark, looking to try and make his second Final Four of the season after making a run to the February Flurry finale way back in Tournament 1 and back in the regional finals for the second time. Wasn't able to do it in T2 and 3, but now with a late season surge into championship discussion, looking for his 9th true win of the season, coming in 8-1-3, 45-31. On the other side, it is the Cinderella story of the tournament. It's Tim, debutant of the tournament by a long stretch, and coming in 3-0, winning quite handily, 12-5 in games this tournament, and is looking to try make his first Final Four, make the LCQ all in one shot. Big time house money tonight for Tim, considering they said themselves they weren't able to even get out. They played in Myths League, weren't able to really get much going in the early rounds, and look where they are now. So we'll see what happens tonight. We take a look at the bracket for the regional finals, and coming up later at 9 o'clock, it is going to be Saiyan and Breath. Same kind of situation. Breath with a win will be in the LCQ. Will be coming in 4-2. Obviously, Final Four as well will make that happen. And then Pikachu earlier today took out J Money in 8 games, and now awaits the winner between My Hill and Bree, which will be playing tomorrow afternoon, live streaming right here. We bring it to the table, and joining me for this doubleheader, this game, and as well as the one coming up at 9 o'clock, is going to be Nifty. And Nifty, big implications across the board, league-wide really, because the LCQ is really going to be decided tonight, because My Hill and Bree are obviously, My Hill's atop the table in terms of wins, so he doesn't have anything more to play for than really locking in being the regular season champ. But the LCQ field is basically going to be decided tonight. Tim has a chance to make it in, Breath has a chance to make it in, and obviously there are 2 other players. I don't know who they are. Do you know who the players are waiting? I don't know. There are 2 players that are waiting, awaiting the results of this one. That's a good question,
important to mention here.
Yes. I think we're flashing back, but no. But back to my question, the fact that there's a lot on the line tonight on this Monday night, high stakes, both kind of championship hopes for Mark. Definitely could cement his way into an at-large discussion. Obviously, Saiyan, My Hell are both there. Bree Bree is trying to get there as well, but Tim and Breath both trying to make the LCQ in a first Final Four. Thoughts on this night and in this game in particular?
Uh, well, I think the circumstances for Tim especially are crazy with this one, coming from, like you said, Myths League, not finding too much there, and then shooting up into regional finals on the first tournament in a more competitive league like this. Tim's had some really good games. Uh, has managed to pull up pretty like 2-4-1s against both Ami and Geo. Had a 4-3 against James. That was a closer call, but I feel like Tim has been getting partially lucky, but has also been getting some good experience against some seasoned opponents in this league. I think tonight is looking like Tim's toughest match here, as he is in the middle of a tropic storm and has a limited amount of battery to play this match with. So, uh, yeah, a lot on the line for Mark here too, trying to edge out more into a D2 championship position and second Final Four, but I feel like it shouldn't hold up the pregame talk too much, so that we can try to get through this with Tim still alive by the end of it.
Still alive. uh, send this for Tim since they're not in. See, Mark, my question to you is pretty simple. You know, your what thoughts on going up against Tim, debutant of the tournament, looking to try and spoil some dreams, including maybe your own for D2 Championship. 8 wins is a pretty solid spot, but you definitely want to be cemented with it, make a second Final Four, get a 9th win on the season. Thoughts on that coming in, and on your position going in, and as well as playing Tim, who's just been white hot to start their career here.
Yeah, definitely no idea what to expect. This feels like a must-win for me. I don't know whether I'll make whether I'll be at Lloyd's or the LCQ if I lose this game. So for me, I just gotta play my best and see what happens.
Doubt about it. That's the best you can do in any. We'll see how well things turn out tonight, and obviously we have Satan and Breath coming up later. Like I said, the LCQ basically who's LCQ eligible is going to be determined tonight. The field isn't necessarily determined tonight because it could be dependent on how some of these games go. You have Bree back down there at 6 wins, but the more she wins, the better she can do. Tim saying, in terms of at large, Tim saying, I honestly can't believe it. Maybe the bot likes me. Verified that after this match ends. Being a best of 9 in the middle of a storm is certainly a first for me, so let's just see how it plays out. Yeah, wishing Tim the best and hoping that survives this match in a literal and figurative sense. All right.
I don't think we need to delay anymore. I think we can get it going. We got a 8-card start set up for Mark already.
Oh
with him making the call.
Ready. All right, so Mark is gonna go 8. Yeah, I thought I'm playing. I'm cooked, I guess. Okay. Scars is our ref. He's put the cards in. I think it's about that time to get down to business. Game 1, best of 9, 1 power play. Time to run it, and we're gonna start with a free choice wild. And we are off and running in the final game of the Gavel region. We will have the final game of the prosecution region coming up later tonight, and then tomorrow the final game of the defense region between My Hell and Breathe. So much implications across the board.
Yeah, a lot being weighed and weighted on these last few matches here.
Yep.
The speculation's been insane throughout this whole tournament. Just hopes crushed, dreams ruined.
Yeah, lots and lots of chatter. Tim gonna go with a double draw to start us off, as Mark played the 2 to start, and he'll just continue rolling with the 5. He goes with the defen strategy. I can't remember if that was normal for him or not. Obviously, he sees it as a must-win. 8 true wins is definitely not a bad place to be at this point, but you definitely want to do all you can if you're in Mark's shoes to try and cement any doubt, cast it all away as we're going into blue.
Like Tim got pretty lucky with that number popping down after the draw.
Finds the 5. The 5 was in the right place, and we're going through the blue here. Fortunately, one number short of a small straight. Very disappointing. Down to the 0, and here comes Mark with a play. He's got...
Ooh, big hit.
Ooh, interesting. +6 leaves it open. Tim at 10, Mark down to 3. No punish, please. No punish,
We'll see
please.
if Began gets anywhere for Mark here. Might have just given him another +2 to work with.
See if he goes back for it. It'll be a little bit of a reset. It'll be 6 to him, but nope, Tim's just gonna reverse 6, so see if this bodes well for Mark. Was a 6 in his pocket? No.
Oh,
So
was just trying to push
Whoa.
Tim back before needing to go into draws.
Tim saying nothing to punish with in the first place. Interesting.
No +4s or anything?
And now Tim's out, so yellow might just be a weak color for both, and we might be hitting an early draw city in just 2.5 minutes in to game number 1. As my chair sounds just absolutely delightful. I just love
I
this
heard
chair.
that one.
Yeah, it's quite amazing. Here we go to green.
Bit more life here.
They both like the green, so we're moving again. Back to the 0 again. That's 2 zeros gone.
Mark's still got a pretty sizable lead. It's just a matter of, does he have a finishing plan from here? Throwing out those 2+2s earlier seemed like a desperation play overall.
Tim with the luck games this tournament now, in a sense, and now seems to be getting it back. But
Whoa!
Mark goes to yellow, and they're might be trying to double ISO here. Interesting.
Huh. Probably looking for a +4 finish or something.
It's gonna be red or blue, it seems, down the stretch.
Oh!
Oh, brings it to red. Plays
that
off
open
the
it up
skip.
for Mark?
Mark
It
with
does.
signs the check.
Tim has a swap.
Ooh, is that good?
Oh!
Oh,
It was just what
no!
Mark needed.
That's huge. Mark gets the first game on a wrong color swap. But yeah, I mean, Mark, it definitely seemed like you were both 2 color, which is not something we see a lot. Thoughts on your strategy, knowing kind of Tim was kind of out on the same stuff as you, and it was just a matter of, seemed to me like it was just a matter of you trying to let him lead you where you wanted to go there.
Yeah, I just kind of got lucky with the draws. Didn't really get any bad colors. Didn't get any blues at the beginning, so that kind of just led me to the win.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask Tim too.
Oh.
Was it using up the ammo early on? I'm curious if that was it.
Yeah, that's what I would want. Oh, the red skip exists. Oh,
Oh, dang.
well, I
Okay.
mean, I don't know how that was, but
Could have gone green reverse, green skip into red skip instead of drawing.
yes. Well, I mean, I don't know if that really makes a difference, though, if you really think about it, because, I mean, Mark just kept going, and then he immediately switches it to blue, so, I mean, I don't know if that necessarily was that impactful.
Still, though, I can see where Tim thinks it's a misplay. Could have had more of a run going and denied himself the possibility of whatever could have happened on red.
All right, we'll go with for game 2, trying to keep it going at least for Tim. And in the tropical storm down in the Philippines. Wish him all the best. Again, hoping he survives.
Yes, that the home isn't flooding right now.
The house is not flooding. Yeah, we're probably at like 43% 40% battery by now.
Maybe even lower. It's just a countdown.
It's just a countdown. Yeah, of course, this is the best of 9 here. This is where best of 9s begin in D2. If you're used to watching D1 games, they start in round 3. But here they start in round 4. They're gonna be best of 9s rest of the way as Tim goes for the double as they're running clean on red. The first switch comes out, similar area in the range. One power
Looks
play
like we got
each.
the swap here now.
Tim making a switch quickly, but Mark with the undercut to yellow.
Oh. Does Tim have a plan here? Something to work with at least. It's only been that skip so far for ammo this match. With a 9-card start, it could be possible neither of them got any ammo.
Or they're saving. Tim goes green with the wild. Right out there.
There's a hit.
Is that another bad beat there for Tim? Mark down to 3.
Might just be. Looks like. Oh, nope, just never mind.
Down to 2 though.
Might have been deciding what number to go to from there.
Potentially.
I feel like Mark has more than one green here.
Oh, but Tim goes back to blue. Interesting play there, and that is a good ISO move from Tim. Well done there.
Nice. Back
Tim's
on blue
gonna go
where Tim
back.
wanted to be. What?
2 wilds.
Dang. Okay, bringing it back into.
That's like an artificial power
Mark's
play.
Territory. Okay.
That's like an artificial power play. That move. My goodness. Forces him to draw once. Goes right back to where he. Now Mark's out though.
Does Tim have anything else?
Tim at 2. He got.
Is this going to be a +4 finish? I would be baffled.
Oh, just a 6
Not
for
quite.
check. Mark do.
Top deck.
Top deck 8. Tim for the win and 1-1. Got it.
Nice. All right. Yeah, kind of tough to fight against an opponent that has 2 wilds. Especially if you got nothing to control the color like that. Tim was just able to push it to green when he wanted and made work with that.
Because even though he got +2'd off the first wild, he really he still had the control there. And I mean, who knows what he could have gotten from that +2? It could have been the wild he needed, but it was definitely interesting jump back and forth between the blue and the green. I think worked very well to his.
Yeah, it's always interesting when you see an opponent drop down a wild to go to a color, and then they immediately switch out of that color.
Yeah. Yeah, Mark, is there any adjustment you think you could have made? Is there anything you could have done differently in that situation, or do you kind of just took you on the wilds there? Because that was definitely a strong play from him, despite the fact he had a +2 off the first one.
I mean, I had 2 yellows. I couldn't really change it to yellow at any point.
Yeah.
Just a disconnect of hand, yeah.
All right then. Only had the green and blue and rely on number efficiency. I got ice on blue. And Samo early. So we split the home stand for Tim, and we're going to keep it rolling, of course. Going to do 7. And
They're
we start
keeping
with
it
the yellow 5.
keeping it more mid-tier starts. Not quite going to 5 or 6. Nothing too crazy, but still wanting to get these matches a little bit faster.
Unfortunate they can't quite play to maybe the full volume that they'd want to, but we'll see how it all goes. Is Mark going to go with a double play into the 0 off a skip?
Oh, got a switch there on the 1. Only 7 cards. It's tough to say if you got
There's
enough color
Tim
to
with the skip
last.
on both,
Yeah.
so evens that out, that advantage out that Mark had. Down to 3 for both. Tim switches
Whoa.
to yellow for dose. Yes, but you can always take your time a little bit, even though you have to be fast, even though you want to be fast with your battery. But
Yeah,
this is your season.
the exterior pressure is definitely.
It's your season, man. It's your season.
Mark drawn.
Mark draws huge ice play for Tim, but does he have a path forward in the yellow? No, it's double ISO. And we're headed for Draw City. Population dose.
We haven't seen green or blue yet in this match. I imagine one or the other wants to finish on there. Both of them taking in the joys of a draw city as Tim gets a top deck 6. Might be able to push it further.
Goes to green, and now they're both free.
Not for long.
Tim is not free, but Mark continues. Mark is trying to even this up, and he does even it up at 4.
A lucky top deck 2 green. Mark drawn now.
Indeed.
Iced, baby. Do 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 do.
Oh, goodness. Going to speaking.
Under
Here's the blue,
pressure.
ice cold blue. Hot. Tim's got a 6.
Getting flooded.
There's
with
Mark
cards
with a
now.
run. Looking for a triple. Has the
That could be
wild
it.
check. Tim, does he have a counter in red or a +4?
Mark didn't want to use a power play to close that one out. Is it going to be worth the risk?
Oh, the blue. That's huge. No freshies to Mark, and he's going to draw here.
Dang. Tim
I messed
thought it
up
was
meant
over.
you messed up. Yes, I would as well. I would very much wish. Oh, but Mark finds a 0 switch to check, but
Is
needs
there gonna be
red.
a
Does he have a
red here?
9? No.
Ugh.
Because you know the
Mark's
last
still
card is
holding on
red.
to.
Unless
Yeah.
he played Ultimate Mind Games out here.
That would be, I don't know about that one.
8D chess out here, man.
Yeah, maybe it was yellow all along, huh? Oh, Tim bringing it back to red?
What?
I'm baffled by that. Did
What?
Tim not
Why?
realize what happened until after? No choice, you uh you could have drawn. Drawing is always a choice. All right. I mean, Tim just kind of gave that one to Mark, honestly.
Power's
Power's
back.
back.
No!
All he had to do was throw a game, and now he can charge up the phone. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's just
that's a. I don't know if that was just a. I don't know if that was just a ploy to make the game end, or. I I don't even understand that.
Me neither.
What are you
Yeah.
talking about? Yeah, that's
Please. Well, I mean, Mark's up 2-1 now. I don't know if I have any questions about that game. It
yeah,
was
Mark.
just kind of
Yeah, you
fell.
just kind of got. I don't know if that's necessarily luck.
No, that was a choice on Tim's end. So I wouldn't call it luck either.
I mean, we take this.
Yeah,
We do take
yeah.
those.
No, I'm not saying you're not. I'm not saying you're not, man. I'm not saying you're not. Not a chance. This was game 3. 2-1.
So I had to choose. I don't think Tim fully understands the mistake he made there. So we're gonna have to pull him over in the lounge to talk more about this one, but
God. I don't. I'm at a loss for words right there. Yeah, go. Yeah, do it. Do it.
Wait, not short. Doesn't that actually help you?
Yeah, but
you can't be
yeah, as a
biased
play,
about it as
I'm
one
being unbiased,
commentating.
Brad. Shut up.
We got a 5-card
As soon
start.
as this
Tim got
stream
the
is
lead.
over, as soon as this stream is over, my biases will be showing in the VC. Anywho, Tim gonna just play a skip into draw, and I'm still kind of puzzled right now. Does it help me as a player? Yes. Does it still baffle me why that play was made? Yes.
I think it's just a case of Tim being still relatively new to the league and figuring out the strategies of how to play. Having a lot of your matches go your way in terms of luck means you don't always get
Yes.
into the more
Those
gritty
situations.
strategy of, yeah.
Maybe still a learning process. That's fair enough.
So I don't know if he was necessarily paying attention to the situation or all of his options within that moment. Sometimes you do feel just compelled to play, especially when you're starting out. So
Yeah, no. Yeah, I feel that. See what happens. We continue on. Mark no green here. They also need cards. Everyone needs cards in this. I don't get it.
started with 5,
That's
we're back to
yeah,
5.
like that's what a no send can be. It can either be really quick or everyone just doesn't have anything.
Oh, the yellow is helping out Mark a good bit here. Whoa.
Mark plus with the triple play there.
I mean, despite all the self draws we've had already, it's still been a really tight match as far as like the card counts. They haven't really gone above 6 or 7, I think. So Tim making a run on yellow for a bit, closing the gap down with Mark as he top decks 05.
Tim looking to try and
Four.
even it up again, make it get an even series to a best of 5, 2-2. As Tim see if he can continue on the yellow. Top truck. Top draw. It's over. It's over. Green.
Tim making the run, got 2 cards left.
Mark at 3 though. It's been neck and neck every game. It seems like nothing's really seemed too lopsided. Definitely a great thing to watch.
Okay.
And nobody has cards. All right, yeah. It's what?
We're out here in the kitchen serving up a nice steamy meal.
Oh my god.
Someone asked for 2 orders of cooked game.
Cooked game.
We're both at
double
Uno.
meanwhile. Tim for the win. That's it.
That's
Mark, what was your last card? What was it? Oh man.
I don't think you heard the first part. Mark,
Blue
what was the
5.
last card you had? Was it a blue?
I said blue 5. Said
Oh,
B5.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy.
All right, dang.
Neck and neck, and those are the best kind of games to watch, aren't they? My goodness.
Nick was an interesting stat there. Yeah, we have had no
Yes.
+4s.
And Marcus had 6 +2s. None for Tim. Skips and reverses pretty even. And wilds even.
I think the ammo's been falling a bit more in Mark's favor overall, but we're at 2-2 overall in the series.
Tim
Still
saying
got
at least 9 games without a +4. That's absurd.
dang.
That's crazy. All right, game number 5. No sendful. Back. The arrow goes back to Mark. +2 on the blue to start us.
Now that Tim's got power, I think they're going to be less afraid to go into higher card starts. I'm looking forward to this 15er. Hopefully we get a lot of crazy ammo plays.
A little bit. We'll see if it's neck and neck down the stretch, or do we see a little bit more of a gap built by somebody? That is the question. Oh boy. Oh my goodness.
That's a quick hit.
And that does take send Tim back to 19.
Apparently the one Vietnamese dong was not quite enough for this bot. It's
Oh, two.
Mark was out here at the auctioneer stand a little bit longer.
Yeah, one Vietnamese dong, by the way, equals $0.0000038 in the US.
So Mark doubling that was definitely the better play.
So yeah, it's about $0.0000072.
Yeah, you almost got a penny at that point. Dang.
Not even close.
Closer than half of it.
Half a penny, please. Oh my god, we're on green now. We're running clean. Once again, I'm
Still
rhyming.
1% of the way to a penny, and that's being generous.
1%. Yeah, I said 4 zeros.
Let's just make a new coin. Let's get rid of the penny and replace it with a tenth of a
Take
penny.
half a penny right now.
Oh, I haven't been paying much attention to the match
How
so
much
far. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
real.
yeah, would the DeWallets take half a penny for a nosebleed seat, Scars? I don't think, but they should.
Mark's got a
And
4 or 5 card lead against Tim here.
You can even get half a penny for Fetty. We're into yellow now. That'd be insane. That's robbery. Get that much. With the 3, Tim.
Plenty of action that could come out on the yellow here.
Cross the blue now.
Dang.
Yeah. We keep talking like this, Scars. We might just turn into the next Cardinals podcast, like the 5th one that exists. There's a 0 from Tim and now a 6 from Mark.
Mark's been making a big push, has had a lot of the control in this game ever since that +4 play at the start.
Yeah, that or Randy Carricker. Or I guess dealing the cards. We are not affiliated with any of these shows. Cross to red now with the wild.
Okay. Busting one of those out again. There's a wild +4. And that might just take Mark to the finish.
Boy. Yeah, it would be. That's crazy. Oh yeah, that Mark's got it. That is crazy.
Tim tried
2 +4s. The +4 glass is finally broken, and Mark has 2 of them to take down Tim in this big game 5. Yeah, and Mark, thoughts? I mean, punishing can be a double-edged sword, at least off the start with that +2 stack, because it can come back to bite you, but it seems like kind of worked your way. You kind of held that advantage the whole way down, and those 2 +4s kind of worked to your advantage as well. Thoughts on that game and getting the 3-2 advantage here, 2 wins away?
I just had so much ammo at the beginning that like there's nothing he could do, even with the 4 more cards I gave him at the start.
Yeah, but just kind of kept Tim at arm's length, and I think Tim only won that game, so pretty quick for a sender.
Yeah. Just did not have anything to fight back with, unfortunately. That was.
Imagine that. All right, Mark gets the call for game 6. 14. Streak of no +4s is broken.
I wonder if he meant the streak of alternating wins here.
Oh yeah, that is true. Puts a brick on that on that seesaw. Looking to try to anyway. Cross the yellow now. Off the top.
Who knows what green's got? No clue. We'll have to see later. Right now, Tim's got to pull out some sunshine here in the midst of the storm. Finds a +2 early on. Slapping Mark back.
Tim looking to try and make a little bit of a push back. Trying to keep that pattern going. Make it 3-3. It would be a best of 3 at that point. Should he win? Mark makes a switch to blue. Tim has it. Once again, like to remind you all that the winner here is going to take on the Saiyan Titan and Breath A little after top of the hour, a little bit later than 9 o'clock, depending on how the rest of the series goes. Keep you posted on that. As Mark does a self ditto on the sevens. Green and blue, we'll see where our next happens here. Long pause from
Bit of yeah.
hoping he's still.
I
I'm hoping his device is still charged.
I'm hoping that the internet didn't just cut out.
That would be quite tragic. There he is.
All right,
Nothing.
there we are. And now we're back to green. Started out there and immediately swapped out from Mark. Now he's choosing to dip in. A top draw. What does that mean? Tim doesn't have any other.
I really, I think it's the top deck. Might have been. That might have been what he means.
If that was the only green that Tim had, I'd be baffled. Let's see what else we got here. We got a 1, 2, red 2. Early swap out, so that might have been all that Tim had on green. It's kind of hard to tell.
Half off special. Red.
Self ditto, red 2 coming out again. And we're back to green.
Oh, Mark with a +2.
That's going to set Tim back from the lead he was trying to build up here.
Now ahead by 3. What? Why are we saying Gat? Why,
No,
Chat,
it's
why are
not
we
God.
doing this?
It's
Chat,
yacht.
chat. Why are we doing this? Chat. No, no, no.
No toilets to be seen here.
I'll not allow that. No, no.
You can't run away from it short. It's always going to come back. Just
Here
like
comes Mark
Mark.
though.
Oh my
Looks
god.
trying. Oh, not quite. Down to 2.
Gen Alpha is indeed
No,
allowed.
no,
They
God,
are
no.
the oldest of them are above the legal age limit.
Brat. I better get the commission to write that in the handbook. No Gen Z brain or Gen Alpha brain rot.
What's going to be
Gen
the
Z brain rot
punishment, you
had
think?
Gen Z brain rot has substance. Loud.
What's the penalty? Like a 6-card drawback?
Oh my god. Oh my goodness, what a save. What a save. That is absurd.
Tim probably wanted to save that +4 for a good bit later, but I mean, at that point, you really don't have another choice. You gotta bring something out to fight back against Mark.
Yeah, if you have it, use it. But that was Tim's first though.
This whole series, yeah. Said it was like a what, 5-game drought?
So would have been up to 6 after that last one.
from green to red, back to green, back to red. These two are fighting over which color they want to
goodness.
see. And this red-green colorblind commentator cannot see any of it.
Tragedy.
Quick +2 draw, throwing Tim back even more, but might give Tim an opportunity to have something else to fight back with. There might be a bit of a run here. That's a 3-carder. Not quite finish, but Mark doesn't have anything else to fight back with.
Readying the call out as well.
That's the game. There was another +4 in the tank
Are
for
you
Tim.
joking?
The Seesaw series is still in effect as Tim takes on Game 6 for a 3-3 series right now.
And the seesaw is really live. Tim gets the third win, and now both are 2 wins away from the final 4.
The Seesaw's not in Tim's favor, but
Virtual best of 3, yes it is. And
I thought the drought was over as soon as that storm came through.
wow, sneaking them by. Good God. One was saved. Okay. One was for. Okay. I figure. All right. All right. Next game for Tim now. Game 7.
They still got both power plays in effect here. They've really been good about hanging on to them.
Seven is. Go.
Classic card start. Green 9. Tim wondering if starting on 7's going to be what pushes him ahead on the seesaw here. Swapping over to yellow early on.
Yellow.
Oh, wow. Okay. Tim sees the switch. He takes the switch. That's what it's been so far.
I think they both. I think he does like maybe the lower tier because it seems to like playing that aggressive pack and get away with playing more aggressive like that and coming out on top with the lower tier. There's less options to counter from your opponent.
Agreed. Back to yellow here on Mark's end now. We'll see if that... Now, Tim's able to make it work. Still had something there. Mark was not. Was counting on an ISO or something, but...
Good 0. Oh,
Oh,
sets it
wow.
up beautifully.
Tim's still running it.
Mark, not much in the red either.
Oh, that's going to be... Yeah, I was wondering if Mark would get the call out there. Mark was not ready for it in that moment, probably lost track of how close Tim was, and now it's do or die situation for Mark. If he top decked a +4 or something, this would be the time for it.
Him looking to try and break the pattern himself. Uh-oh. This is not following the seesaw.
We'll see what Mark has to say about that. He's been typing up a little bit here. Nothing, just a draw.
Tim for the win.
If he's got the red.
No.
Does not. I wonder if that's what Mark was hoping for.
Oh boy.
Seems
Mark
like he might have
doubles it
been
up. Top
considering
deck
it.
4. Tim nothing. Mark
Dang,
nothing.
they're still drawn. $100 VND. How much is that worth compared to the American dollar, huh? Are we closer to like 20% of a penny now?
No, now you're like a third of a penny. A fourth of a penny.
Oh, dang, okay.
Or actually no, you're at 4/10 of a penny.
I'll take a broken penny. Yeah, sure.
Cross to blue. Oh, blue seems to be working for both for the moment, but Tim doesn't have much more.
Ooh, small run here for Mark. Is it big enough to finish?
Oh,
That's
man.
it. The seesaw
The
continues.
seesaw. The seesaw is crazy. Triple play to finish.
Dang.
And that blue switch for Mark was E to the castle.
Both power plays still in effect going into game 8. Mark's definitely going to be looking for an opportunity to close out with it.
Geostrat. The Geo manifestation, man. It's working better for Mark.
We're just going to roll right on over
Yeah,
to
I think
game 8,
that's
it
good.
looks like.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just more impressed by the seesaw. This is insane.
I agree. The
Seesaw.
constant back and forth.
Game 8 now. Last card start for Tim gonna be a 10. 7. Second time did not work for him.
Does not want to try a third time the charm.
Oh my god.
Oh. Okay. A very early wild play. I don't know if I would have seen a wild coming that early on, but completely throwing off whatever
Again, he's
control might have
playing
been had, I believe.
aggressive. He's one win away from his season ending. Both have their power play, mind you. This could be very pivotal. Tim, you gotta keep an eye out. I would play more aggressive. The power play could be yell end all here, but here comes Mark with the double reverse, looking for a triple. Close it on a 5. Down to 6.
Yellow turned out to be more beneficial for Mark than Tim here, looks like. Yeah, way more. Oh my gosh. Makes me curious if Tim just didn't have any blue to start with. I mean, I feel like they would both have plenty of yellow to burn through.
Oh
Oh,
my.
whoa!
Switch to red
Unexpected.
+6. All just flew at you. Now Tim trying to
Oh.
seesaw. Tim is attempting the seesaw. But Mark has a counter. +2.
Slap back.
Doesn't want to go completely like that, but play from Tim, and Mark chips away a little bit, down to now 9-5, and now Alley Parton special, of course. Tim with the switch to green. Mark just gonna play it cool. Tim getting close. See if he has a path on the green. Still does with the 6.
Oh. Mark questioning the next move, maybe if there's...
Big stop and think here for Mark.
Yeah, if you got a wild or something to try an ISO onto a different color. This is definitely the opportunity to try and take it.
Absolutely.
I'd be swapping over to blue personally, seeing Tim use a wild to get off of it right away. I don't think that Tim has anything there, but plays on green still.
Tim
That's an ISO.
iced. How will Mark go forward here? We'll continue. Down to a 2-card advantage.
Plowing on down.
Mark for the tie.
There it is. Still running on green pretty
Has the
clean.
tie. Tim top decks it to keep pace. Mark can
Might
tie
have-
it again. Oh, he's going to go in the lead with a double, looking for a triple. No, going to draw. And we remain tied
Wanted
at
to
4.
get off of there, get on the blue. I think this is a...
Oh.
Tim calling out to the bot.
You're supposed to
did
do
have
that in
blue.
DMs. Ask John.
Oh my gosh. Shout out to John, who took down a rather tough opponent last round.
Haven't heard of him. John. Yeah, I haven't heard of that opponent. Must not have been that good. If John beat him.
I think he's still got a shot at LCQ at best.
I doubt it. No, everyone. Oh,
it's
Tim
not
with the
everyone, it's just
+4 for
everyone.
check. Hello?
Not using the power play here is wild.
Cross City?
Oh! Forced into green. Tim.
Is that good?
1 card left. Is it green by chance?
Seesaw? Oh.
Yeah,
Nothing.
that's gonna ISO Tim for sure. I would have used the power play there to guarantee it, but...
Oh, huge. Mark gonna fire back +6.
Big pushback.
Ow.
Tim's now up to 8 suddenly.
Mark
Oh.
at 5. Cross to yellow, though. Off the 3.
No clue where this one's going. I think both of them had finishing plans with the ammo, but it's just been kind of undercut.
Ooh, undercut. Seen a whole lot of that. Ammo's been taking such a strong place in this. You haven't seen many. But here's Mark with a double.
Now down to 2. Tim's got to be careful here.
Mark has a power play, so this could end here.
Nah,
No.
does not have it. That's interesting.
That's Tim at 5. Oh.
Yeah, I think Tim's
Whatever
just
will we
now
do?
realizing he would have had something with the power play.
Darn it. And unbiased. Tim with a 9. Mark with a 3.
You're doing such a good job of staying neutral here, Short. There's never been a more
I
neutral party
appreciate that.
than you.
And there we're in the draw city.
Tim begging, no matter how many dongs he throws the bot's way, it's just not giving him what he wants.
Be quiet, Nom. Go. Don't make me charge you with another count, Nom.
Hey, order in the court.
Order. Meanwhile, praying to the bot during Draw City is going very hard right now. Hold it! We are holding.
Got a red reverse to draw, kind of a staying on 3. I don't know, I would have held on to that reverse personally.
Yeah. You know what? There's Tim with a 0 to close out that reverse. Yeah. Would have maybe held on to that reverse, see if you could draw some connection.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's just more drawn, more opportunity for Tim to get something to work with, too.
Yeah. And, I mean, there are no more reverses in red either now, so... Could also weigh the fact that there's none in yellow. It works again.
What percent you at? Oh, with the phone.
Oh, it worked again. Now 47 to 31. Oh boy. Didn't you get power back?
I think Tim's been more concerned about making these plays than charging the phone. Dang, they are drawing for a
No, I
while.
love
It is up to
drawing.
8 to 11. Man, and on a 0 too. It's really bad ISO here.
Longest game of the
A
series.
lot of
Who
the
does
red
4
cards have
reds is
already been
drunk
used
for the
up.
love of the game. Oh, God. God. Don't spoil my stress.
Don't spoil it, he says.
Oh,
as he
he's going to
crosses
blue.
over to
He
blue.
has the reds, but he's going to blue. No. Love the game.
Throwing off Tim in every way he can. Crazy.
For the love of the game, man. Oh, here we are, broken out of jail in blue. Check of the table. Marks ahead by 4 at or now 5 currently. 12 to 7. No, it's not a B6.
No, it's a G6. Come on.
Shout out Vapor. Yeah. Recent jackpot juice.
Oh, there's the G6. Tim knew what was up, was foreshadowing the swap.
really was, if you think about it.
Now making a pretty good run on green with Mark desperately drawn for more. Maybe hanging on to those 4 reds just wasn't worth it.
Yeah. Like a B1. Like a B.
Imagine being 1 win away from a series victory
Like a
and
B1.
throwing out puns.
Like so flat, like a yeah. The ground to the top, 1 to 9. Are gonna stay on the low end of that. Too.
Might be looking for another color swap out of here. I guess we'll see.
Has 6 cards left. Tim down to 8.
And putting down another blue too. I really think Mark is looking for a swap on 2. Tim's not playing into it either. If he just doesn't have the cards or what.
Oh,
Playing over to a
gonna use
green.
ammo to go to green, and now, oh, that's the wrong color for Mark. Tim in control now. Great ammo control from Tim in that situation.
Dang. Drawing out as many blues as he could and then winding it down. Tim just step by step trying to take this game. Over to yellow. What's that give Mark? A +2. Another one.
Whoa!
That's what he was looking for.
Wow. Just when you thought Tim had the control, it's back to Mark again. Tim gonna go to yellow.
All right, well, we'll see if Mark had anything else to spare on yellow here.
I think he doesn't have any more ammo, at least that was connecting, because I think if he had it to the end, he would have played a power play there.
Agreed. But I'm curious if the play on blue earlier would have been to play +2 blue to +2 yellow, as Mark continues a little bit of a run here. Cards are dwindling down. Mark with 3, Tim a little further away at 6 now.
Marco's the power play. Is this it?
Loads
9?
down the seesaw.
Are we? Is this it? He's got to skip blue skip. That's it. Mark throws the brick on the seesaw and wins it in 8. Welcome to the Final Four, second of the season. Mark did find the brick, and he wins it just under 15 minutes into that game number 8. Mark, thoughts on this win? Obviously, it was definitely fun for us to watch with the seesaw, the back and forth, and, kind of low ammo, and then the ammo kind of came in the second half of the series. Thoughts on this and play in a hard-fought game there from Tim? Almost looked like it could have been a 9-game series.
Definitely felt very close. Maybe it shouldn't have been with me having 14 plus 2 to hit 3, but I'm happy to be back in my former shape and seemed like I secured an at-large spot, so I'm happy.
Very well done. That's 50 wins now for Mark this season. Exactly. 50 and 30 for his record at exiting this round.
That's a big one. Congrats,
Yeah.
Mark.
And Tim giving the thoughts in the chat while we were talking here. Literally first tournament to exit at the Elite Eight, more than I could ask for. I'll just ask for Tim.
Yeah, unfortunate that Tim didn't use a power play to secure final match earlier, but who's to say that Mark wouldn't have found a finish there anyway? The seesaw was in his favor.
Yeah. Brick on the
And
seesaw, though. My goodness.
so would have been the power play, so.
Yeah.
An explosive start for Tim for sure. Came in swinging.
Yeah, but and that basically determines, well, it determines one thing about the
that a
LCQ.
non-biased commentator is hesitant to comment on.
The non-biased, yeah. That a couple of people are in the LCQ. At least a couple of people have made the LCQ as a result of this game this evening, and their chances will further be bolstered by the next stream game, which we'll be seeing between Sane and Breath, which will be coming up probably, I'd say, about 9:15 time.
Yeah, pretty immediately after this one, so stay tuned, y'all. The evening's not done yet. We got another header here to finish out the night.
Waiting for getting his thoughts. Thanks much, MRE UNO, for this opportunity. Feels a bit different. Classic Uno due to the MCSR and the power plays, but definitely looking forward to next year. I'll be back if I remember the server exists. Don't worry, we will DM you.
Yes.
But there you have it. Mark moves on to his second career Final Four. Take on the winner of our next stream, coming right up for you. Either Saiyan or Breath. And again, Breath in a similar position to Tim, trying to make the LCQ. Not in his first tournament like Tim tried to this evening, but Breath obviously has been here, looking to try and having his best tournament of his career and is one win away, regardless of the Final Four rule. So we will certainly see what happens. That one, I'm currently updating bracket. Yeah, definitely tough for Tim. While I do that, nifty final thoughts on this one. Fun seesaw game, but definitely I think the experience overall was kind of the defining factor for Mark there, because there were definitely some plays that Tim saying he could have had it back. Who knows what he could have done had those plays gone the right way.
Yeah, I think it was a matter of experience on Tim's end. I mean, he's said himself that luck has fallen into his hand a lot in the past, but when luck isn't falling into your hands as much like it did in this match, you got to rely on some of the skills that you build up throughout playing matches. I definitely think Tim still earns the title of debutant of the tournament fairly.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I think there's a lot for him to learn still, and I'm looking forward to seeing him come back next season, see what else he can bring with full 4 tournaments hopefully to play.
Doubt about it. Yeah, there's your full bracket so far in these regional finals. 2 4 seeds have moved on. We have 2 1 seeds still to play, and 2 and going up against 2 players trying to bolster their playoff chances. Hill and Bree again tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. But coming up, it does say 9 p.m. Eastern. We're probably going to be more like 9:15, maybe 9:20 or so. While we get everything changed over for that one. But again, it'll be Sand Titan and Breath 1 versus 11 Prosecution Region Final coming your way here very, very soon. But I'm going to get out of this one quickly so we can have time to switch things over. But me and Nifty will be back for this one, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back for this next game. But thanks to Scars for reffing. of course, and thanks to everyone for coming out, and thanks to Mark and Tim for putting on a great show to start off our night. Doubleheader of regional finals, but it is Mark going to be your Gavel Region champ, and he moves on to the final four to play the winner of our next stream coming up here in about 20-30 minutes. But for now, for all of us at MRE UNO, I have been not short, and court has been adjourned in the Gavel Region tonight. Prosecution Region is up next in just a little bit, but for now, take care. This has been a presentation of MRE UNO Division 2.